Well, joining us now here in the studio is Al Jazeera's Isil Sariyuce, who's based in Turkey normally, but we're lucky enough to have her here in Doha. Isil, so a lot of anger as we've seen, and the development project in Istanbul is just the surface. Why are Turks so angry, the ones that we're seeing on the streets today? Why are they so angry against their government?
Because they feel that their life is so much under pressure, under intervention lately. Because there are so many issues going on in Turkey. A prime minister is proposing people to have 3 children, for example, and they try to attempt to ban the abortion, to ban the abortion. That's another thing. They recently asked people not to show affection in the streets and so on. So people feel like it's too much intervention to their private life, to their private life, so that they are angry. They say that they want to protect their life as it is.
Is this purely, Isil, an Istanbul and Ankara phenomenon, or does it resonate across the country?
No, it's not. Since yesterday evening, we have been getting reports and footage from all over the Turkey, I can say. In Izmir, the Asian city of Izmir is one of the main places where there are protests. Police didn't intervene to the protesters there. In Antalya, there are protests. All over Turkey, people are on these main squares, and they are trying to show their feelings, show their anger, in fact.
We heard Prime Minister Erdogan today accuse the opposition of using these protests for political gain. But is the opposition involved in this movement? Are they present on the streets today?
At the beginning, it wasn't involved at all. Recently, it's involving. But the thing is, we have to make the things clear. There is a huge diversity in Taksim Square right now. I have seen the flags of gay, lesbian groups.
I did see that one too,
yeah.
Yes.
There is anti-capitalist Muslim groups who are praying in the square, and there is some leftist groups who are protecting them from the police, from the tear gases. So it's a huge tolerance in the square, and there is a huge diversity. There are lots of young people. Turkish young people is being criticized a lot of being non-political. Now, I have talked to many people who says that it's the first time in my life I'm protesting something, I'm on the street, I'm on a square. So there is a huge diversity. There are some housewives, there are some bank workers, there are some lawyers, there are some dentists, there are middle-class people, there is upper middle-class people, lower middle-class people. There is a huge diversity in the square.
A diverse crowd then. And let's just go back to the flags, because there are quite a few flags there, and we both recognize the gay flag. And what other flags are you seeing there on the screen?
I hardly see the flags right now. If I can take them here, it's going to be good. Yeah. But there are so many.
There's a Turkish flag. Obviously.
Yeah, Turkish flag. It's Turkish flag. It's the main opposition party in Turkey, CHP. It's a nationalist party as well. So most of their supporters are carrying Turkish flags. There is a huge crowd who are carrying Turkish flags. It shows that the opposition party, CHP, is also now on the Taksim Square. The reason is they were also planning to have another protest today. It was planned many days ago in the Kadıköy, in the Anatolian side of Turkey. But they said, okay, now we are canceling our protest in Kadıköy and we are going to the Taksim Square. So the Prime Minister is talking about the involvement of the CHP, the opposition party. It's true, because they were also planning another protest. Now they are joining the Taksim Square. And another nationalist party in Turkey, MHP, they've been trying to go inside the Taksim Square since this morning. And as the square is now free to them, they are also in the square.
Right, and we also heard Gonce in Ankara say that the protesters there were in total control of the square in the Turkish capital, in Ankara, that basically the police were taking a step back. Do you think this is what we're likely to see the government do, take a step back to try and contain the situation, because it could, totally go out of control if it continues this way?
Yeah, and the Prime Minister also himself said that there can be, if there is a misuse of tear gas, overuse of tear gas, it's going to be investigated. Obviously, there was a overuse of
we did see that even after his speech. Right.
Yeah, and now, I mean, we cannot expect to have an immediate reaction on the ground as soon as he spoke. He spoke, and a couple of hours later, now we see the reaction of his speech. Police are retreating back, because now I think they want to let people enjoy to be in the main square, in the Taksim Square, because that square was close to the protests for the last years. You may remember, in Labour's Day, 1st of May this year, police also didn't let people go inside the Taksim Square and to celebrate the day there. So now people are there enjoying the celebrations.
All right, so Isil, let's in fact go back to Taksim Square now and join Rawia Raghi once again.